But right now, on the line, we have Trinidad and Tobago first-time Olympian. Congratulations, Portious Warren. Portious is a discus thrower and an extremely talented athlete. Welcome to the show.
Shot put.
Shot put tonight? Oh, you see, there you go.
Portious.
Discus and shot put.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember Portious.
So
I did a show where we had Portious on the show, and I tried to throw the shot put further than her.
That was not about to happen.
It did not happen. let me be very specific and say it did not happen. So like
Portious went to school in Alabama, right?
I think
I went
Portious.
to Alabama.
That's an open carry state, right?
I
Have
think
you
so.
ever seen Portious's
it
guns?
is.
Portious got the guns.
So
Do
Portious,
not try to
that's
use
I know all
in that
that.
practice, Portious threw. I think she tossed the shot probably around 15 or 16. It was kind of like close there, and I got to about 9.
Okay, so now here's what's going on, right?
Portious, don't laugh.
Portious.
Don't laugh.
Explain to these
You
people.
almost burst a big toe.
I did. Yeah, you remember it? Yeah, because it fell. Yeah, you know, like it fell up my hand. I got.
Portious, explain to the average person, because you know people is always say, boy, we sending all these people to go and lime in Tokyo and eat sushi and all kind of nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Explain to these people why 99% of them, men and women, cannot do what you do.
It takes a lot of discipline. Throwing the shot put or even being an athlete in general, you can't just sit around and be like, okay, I'm going to work a 9 to 10 and then after I'm going to try to train. It takes a certain level of discipline and a certain level of commitment. And a lot of people aren't disciplined, a lot of people aren't committed as most athletes. And it takes a lot of mental toughness to be an athlete or even to run, throw, jump or whatever. Because not every day you're going to go out there and every day at practice is going to be a successful practice. But you need to stop and tell yourself, you know what, it's not a successful practice, but at least I can take something from it and move forward for the next day to make it better than it was the day before.
All right, so Portious had a very strange, untraditional route to Tokyo.
I went through London.
You did not actually throw the qualifying standard, but what happened is you qualified. The IOC and World Athletics changed the qualifying criteria. So now, instead of just doing the qualifying standard, they have ranking points. And there are a certain amount of each event has a certain minimum amount of athletes that they want to compete. And so there are some athletes who would have done the qualifying standard, and then there's another set of athletes who would have qualified by ranking points position total. And Portious was on a bubble there, and then last minute, literally last minute, she was in the top 32. So first of all, how did that emotional roller coaster ride go for you?
Let me say this foremost. This whole ranking system that they have in place, it's one that shouldn't be there in the first place, because you have athletes on top of you who haven't instead thrown for the air, or maybe throw once or twice for the air, but because they have done whatever they had done 2 years prior, it counts. So it was kind of like an emotional roller coaster. I had to keep on checking. 1 minute I was up in 28, next minute I dropped to 30. Next I know I was in 33, then I was back up at 31. It was up and down. And when it is you look at what it is they base your rankings off, or what it is they base your points off, and you look at the distance you achieved at whatever meet, and you look at the distance these other athletes on top of you who is going to the games because of ranking, achieve you want to stop and wonder why did they get so much points for throwing this distance when I throw so much further than them, and my points are still less than. So it was still a level of uncertainty. But as an athlete, one thing you need to teach yourself to do is to adjust and be ready to go. Because even after they named the team, I was still training because I was probably still going to do a couple more meets, because there's still a couple more meets in the state. So I was still training and still going at it. So it was kind of like a whirlwind. And I found out the morning when I got up and I looked at my phone and someone reached out to me asking for my sizing and stuff. I was like, why will they ask for my sizing if the team has already been named? And immediately I went to the world ranking. I saw that I was at number 32. And I went through the proper procedure, and I reached out to the different individuals that is in charge of the team, and hold like certain official positions. And then I was informed, yes, they were contacted by World Athletics, sending out an invitation to me for the game. And I was excited. I was both excited and I was kind of a bit confused, because I find like if it is you have an athlete that is sitting at number 33 or an athlete that is sitting at number 2 or whatever, you would have keep in contact with them and let them know, you're right on the bubble. So stay training and stay hopeful.
Yeah, a lot of what we were talking with Brian, sports governance. We have a lot of issues right now that we need to address. But now is not an issue. We're going to talk about that maybe after Tokyo, because right now
talk about that. You know what I wanted to ask you, Portia? You are here in Trinidad or you are in the United States presently?
I'm actually in the United States. I haven't been to Trinidad since I flew home for the championship in 2019.
Okay. Tell us about, obviously this last year or year and a half has been tough with COVID and the restrictions. And you talked about the challenges athletes face. Just briefly tell us what was like one of those challenges that people just might not think about that you had to face up to continue training through this very difficult period of time.
So as soon as when COVID hit, right before COVID hit, I was having the prime of my time in training. I was training distances I would have only thrown outdoors.
Right.
And when COVID happened, everything completely shut down. So no facilities was available. Gyms were being shut down because that was the mandate across here. And now as an athlete, and even just growing up in Tokyo, I've always learned that. So I had to find like either a throw from a pavement or go to a park. If you guys know Shuri, so she's up here too. So we'll go to like parks and stuff and throw from the pavement, take our little chalk and draw circles, climb through fence. The width and
it's almost like
you stormed the people park.
It's almost like you went back to Trinidad.
It's almost like you went back to Trinidad. You had that. That's why it's important to have certain experiences when you're small. You understand? So you will be prepared when these things happen.
Right.
It had once we had went to this place and we had trained, and we had we sneaked into the place, and we were so scared because we saw this cop car. And we ran out of there. So it's really challenging. Some days you have to scale fence to use rings.
Oh my God.
Sometimes you have to find whatever heavies you have in the house and lift with, substitute weight for push-ups and stuff, just so you can keep your body intact and just keep going and don't come up with your norms.
Wow. Portia, one of the questions people always ask first-time Olympians, where you going to put the tattoo?
I'm afraid of needles.
You serious?
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, Portia.
I do not, me and needles.
Right.
I do not budge up with needles at all. I don't do
So you might just get like a pendant or something?
So I don't know. I might risk it. But I think I will eat up. I want to put it where people can see it.
Right.
All right.
That way, why?
Well, your most recent post on Instagram, I don't know if you want to share your Instagram, but I think you can put it anywhere on a post. I think they want to see it. Portia, I just want to say thank you, and of course, congratulations again. As I spoke to, as I mentioned to Brian Lewis, I collect fridge magnets, and just saying. I know you're gonna go out there and rep 868 worldwide and to your best of your ability, and I know that could mean something special for Trinidad and Tobago. So, congratulations again. I'm really looking forward to seeing you out there.
Most definitely, and they should look out for the hairstyle because it's gonna be a talk of the talk.
All right. All right, Portia, good night and thanks again.
All right, folks, that was Portious Warren, Trinidad and Tobago, first-time Olympian up in here.